A major licensing crackdown in New Zealand has taken nearly 460 Indian truck drivers off the roads, creating a sudden livelihood crisis for hundreds of families, triggering protests, and raising serious questions about documentation, verification, and road safety requirements. This report will tell you exactly what happened, why it matters, and what comes next. And before we begin, do subscribe to the Indian Express on YouTube for more credible and comprehensive global news updates. In recent weeks, the New Zealand Transport Agency, or NZTA, has revoked 459 commercial heavy vehicle licenses. Every single one of these licenses belonged to Indian nationals working as truck drivers across the country's transport and logistics networks. Authorities say the issue emerged after an audit launched in July, which exposed irregularities in how some overseas licenses were being converted into New Zealand's heavy vehicle licenses. NZTA says these conversions relied on supporting documents that were later found to be false, altered, or non-verifiable. According to information released under the Official Information Act, 436 of the cancelled licenses were linked to UAE-issued documents. In many cases, drivers had submitted letters from Dubai-based providers. Letters reportedly available online for 500 to 1,000 New Zealand dollars, amounts close to 27,000 to 54,000 Indian rupees. These documents were once accepted, but NZTA now calls them invalid. All 459 cancelled licenses belong to men and women of Indian origin. Only 2 licenses were held by women. The drivers were aged between 24 and 65, with most in their early 30s. Many had over a decade of experience driving heavy vehicles in the UAE before migrating to New Zealand. To convert an overseas truck license in New Zealand, applicants must provide a valid license, a theory test, medical checks if needed, and identity verification. Those from countries with similar licensing systems like Australia, the UK, Canada, Germany, South Africa, and others are exempt from practical testing. But India is not on this exempt list, meaning Indian drivers must pass both theory and a practical heavy vehicle test in New Zealand. NZTA Deputy Director Mike Hargreaves says the action follows a thorough investigation aimed at road safety. Drivers who submitted incorrect documents could face fines of up to 750 New Zealand dollars, but no criminal charges have been filed so far. On November 22nd, hundreds of drivers and their families protested in Auckland. Many said they had no idea the documentation they submitted was questionable. One affected driver, Amritpal Singh, told RNZ, "NZTA has taken away our family's only source of income. How do I feed my children now?" Another driver said, "We can't pay rent. Our families are being penalized for no fault of ours." Transport operators warn that this crackdown has hit the industry during peak season, just before Christmas. Some say they tried for months and still could not find local drivers to fill these jobs. One News reports that almost 20% of New Zealand's trucking workforce is now made up of Asian drivers, predominantly Indian. Commercial law experts and MPs are calling for case-by-case assessments rather than blanket cancellations. Negotiations with NZTA are ongoing, with hopes that genuine and experienced drivers may have a chance to regain their licenses. For now, nearly 460 Indian drivers remain off the road, their future uncertain. Their licenses gone, their incomes halted, and their families left wondering how quickly justice and clarity will come. Stay with the Indian Express for the latest on global developments that affect Indian lives abroad. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications for more verified news stories and explainers.